So all you're going to need is your foam roller today. You can use a set of hand weights if you'd like to, or yoga balls or something like that. If you have a problem kneeling or lying down, you need a bit of a headrest, some type of cushion, and we're good to go. Start your feet in parallel sits or wider. I'm going to start wider. Slight bend to the knees and just that little movement back and forth. Just find that awareness into your foot, into the foundation on the floor. And think inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Think of that gentle little zipper as I fall forward. As you start to inhale, exhale. And let's start at the top of the head and just peel it down for our first roll down, you guys. So peel it down, start to press that roller out. Extend the legs if it feels good. I'm going to keep my knees slightly bent and my elbows slightly bent and just rock back and forth just initially to figure out what joints might feel a little stiff and what feels kind of good. And then bend those knees, slowly come up, pull that in towards you, and just give that really lazy little look from side to side. So I'm not really extending that much, maybe a little bit of thoracic and cervical. Excuse me. I am getting my arms going from left to right through rotation in the spine. And then bring it back to center, peel it down. And on this one, bend the knees quite deep, get right down there. Where will those knees, hips, ankles go today? So I'm in a full squat, just a big full squat. Nothing particular about it. And then press it away. Lift up the balls of the feet, untuck, and extend everything the opposite direction. So let's just go up and down a couple times here at your own tempo. So I'm coming down, kind of wiggling into my knees and hips, pressing away, lifting the balls of the feet. And then again, big exhale, coming down, a little bit of movement into the hips, knees, and ankles. Press it up. And on this one, tuck your tailbone, roll your spine, pull your roller in a little tighter this time. Think from the thoracic spine and give me a bit more extension as you wiggle from left to right. So as you wiggle to one side, extend that arm for a nice big reach and then sweep it back down, rotate the other side, extend it open, nice big reach, bring it down, and then back to center, peel it all the way down. And then from this one, I just want you to lean back, lift the balls of the feet, untuck your tailbone, and see if you can look up a little bit. So if you're tighter, you're going to be up here in order to get those legs straight and that curve, right? Anterior curve. If you're okay, you start to lower that down gently, pushing away on the roller. See how that feels. Nice big breath. Let your feet go flat. Bend your knees, drop your tailbone, articulate your spine. Bring it all the way in, and this time pick up that roller. So I'm holding the roller wide. My legs are in a wider position. I'm going to open and just bring that behind the head. As you do it, open up the chest. If you have to throw your head really far forward for that, just bring it in front of your chest. All right? So we're going to come down to the thighs and open. Inhale down. Exhale, open the chest line. Bring it down and open. And one more time, down and open. On this forward, we're going to roll all the way down. Bend the knees, hips, ankles. Leave the roller on the ground. Heel toe open, a bit wider. And let's get down there for some spins. So just listen to what your body will do here. If you need to be higher up, go ahead. I'm just sort of spinning from left to right, getting a little mobility and movement in the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hips. That lower part of your spine is wiggling. And then go ahead, plant yourself, grab your roller, extend your legs, go back to parallel, bend the knees, drag that all the way up. And again, take it one more time behind the back, holding here. Now, if this is difficult, you're holding here right in front of your chest. Otherwise, holding here, I'm going to place my hands so that they're open on the edges. So this can be quite aggressive. So roller in front if you need to. Lift the heart. So I'm leaning my headline back into the roller. The roller is in the nick of my cervical spine. I'm not pushing hard. And I'm just going to lift my heart. It's pretty minimal. Not a lot going on there. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lift. This stops you from flipping your headline back. Bring it center. One more time. Inhale, lift that heart. Exhale, center. Now staying here again, too aggressive. You're here. And I'm just going to get my feet in parallel sits. I'm going to add a rotation and then bring it back to center. It ends up being a very limited rotation. Inhale, rotation. Exhale, center. Keep your hips square to me. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Stand tall, tall, tall. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Bring that all the way out. And just roll the shoulders in all the directions it goes. So protraction, retraction, elevation, and depression. And then rotate the other way. Inhale, exhale. Take that roller off of your right leg, widen out, bend the knees, and we're going to add that rotation with a squat. So down you go. Imagine you're grabbing something and then rotate to pull it open. Inhale down, exhale up. When you come up, straighten out your legs, rotate your pelvis, have your body in long. So we're going from deep, deep, deep to open as can be. Stay in the open, reach that arm away, reach your roller arm away, lift your heart, look to the back, hand, big breath. Exhale, let that come all the way down, bring your feet in tight, and start your lateral flexions. Again, a little bit tough in the shoulders. You're here, feeling okay. You're here, still okay. You're going to actively reach both the roller and that free arm. I'm going to look as I press. I'm going to inhale, exhale. If it feels good, I'm going to start to move my pelvis in opposition to the movement. And just feel those stretch happen all along these intercostal muscles, pulling down into the hip. And go ahead and just stay there for a moment, you guys. We're going to fold forward and then bring it back to the side lateral. So I'm going from between two panes of glass to folding and to reaching open. Go two more. Fold and reach open. And one more time. Fold, reach open, come all the way out. Widen your stance and get sloppy. Wiggle from left to right, start elbow roll, go shoulder roll, big backstroke when you're ready, you guys. Feel the transfer of your weight, right? Shifting from your left foot to your right foot. And then go ahead a couple front strokes if you haven't switched directions yet. And then wiggle that off. Shake everything out. Take that pole or that roller off, bend, drop the shoulder down. So instead of pressure into your thumb, rotating your shoulders forward, pressure into the pinky finger, opening the clavicle, and then down you go, and then pull it really big. Inhale down, exhale up. So the bigger the movement, the more the heart rate goes up and down. Sorry, the more the heart rate starts to increase as you go up and down. Go ahead and add that. Inhale, exhale, stay in the up for me. Reach that arm actively, push the roller away, look to that backhand, lift your heart. Massive breath into your chest line here, guys. And then slowly bring it back, wiggle it a little bit, bring your feet in tighter, start your laterals. Once that feels good, you can start that arm on the headline. Still feels good, you start to push both the roller and the arm, and you reach your hips in opposition. Inhale, exhale as you go, you guys. Start to increase that volume of breath you're taking in, and then stay there on the side, pushing the hips while reaching the opposite direction. We're going to start that little fold forward. So forward fold to lateral. Forward fold. Go as deep as you want in the knees, you guys. And lateral. One more time. Forward fold. Big breath into the lateral. And then reach it actively out. Step it wide. And you've got your sway from left to right. You start shoulder, go elbow, go big backstroke when you're ready. Get all the joints moving, right? So I'm looking to the front of the room. I'm looking to the back. Switching directions. I'm kind of taking the mind's eye. What feels a little pinchy? What feels good this morning or today? And then find yourself in parallel. More shoulder width distance. Roller just in front. Wiggle down into your first very controlled squat. So your shoulders are down into your back pockets, your elbows are slightly bent. Watch you're not in a massive curve, you're pulling the ribs in, but you still have that little lumbar natural curve occurring, right? That little apex happening there. Then I'm going to rock it forward and backwards between the ball of the foot and my heel, and then more purposeful. So freeze in your squat, sneak your shoulders down, lift, hold the ball of foot, see how it feels, and lower. So the only thing moving now is that ankle joint. Shoulders are away. We're inhaling, exhaling. Again, if you don't need to hold the roller at any time, as I just about fall over on my face, you can take your hands off, right, and challenge your stabilization without the roller. Hold your heels lifted, little pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the roller in, stand it tall. Lower the heels. Bring your feet in parallel sits bones. Hinge, feeling tight, pull your elbows in. Add your poodle wag. Wiggling that tailbone from left to right. Feels good. Look to the hip as you pull it around the corner. Still feels good, sexy cat. So I go lateral into flexion, into lateral, into a little bit of extension. Maybe doing it 2 times one direction and then 2 times the other, just feeling everything wiggle around. Lovely, you guys. And then back to center. Now, if the back is not miffy, legs straight as you tuck your tailbone to roll up, if your back is ever upset with you, you really do need to keep that into a bent knee position. So let's warm up a little bit without the roller. Place it off to the side. Be at the back of your mat. Reach the arms. And let's come down and around the corner. If you need to, support yourself. Hands to the floor. Walk it out in 4, 3, knees down on 2 and 1. Spread out your fingers. Uncurl your toes just initially. Find your neutral spine, neutral pelvis. You're not tucking. You're also not kind of J-loing. It's happy in between. And find that sternum drop. So elbows really are not moving. There's a slight bend to them. The spine is staying fairly neutral, and I'm just moving between my shoulder blades, dropping my sternum bone towards the floor and pushing away. Go 2 more, and then stay in the pushed away for me, nice and strong. Let's go angry cat. Drop your tailbone, curl your spine, and let's get a really deep knee hip flexion here. Drop it back. I am rounded. I'm going to bring myself up to my fingertips and reach my fingers away, feeling that lat line stretch. Really big breath here, guys. Pull yourself all the way back up into 4.2 stance, and then uncurl into your cow. As you're in cow, pull your shoulders into your back pockets. Big breath. Exhale, drop your tailbone around your spine. Press it back. Sit back on your heels. Up on the fingertips, feel that extra stretch. Come back into that tall position and then go through your neutral into your cow and then find yourself centered. Let's get those toes a bit more. Curl the toes under, look through your legs. I like to take the time on this first one and really think of taking my foot off and curling those toes and then sit back. Now, if that's too aggressive, you can be higher or you can come up this way if the knees don't like that deep down. Otherwise, we're going to sit back on those toes and press it up. Sit back and press it up. Now, as you start this, I want you to not thrust your hips forward. I want you to think of coming up into neutral and then squeezing the glutes. So we're just kind of waking up those glutes for their job. Squeeze as you come up, and squeeze. Be very mindful of that butt squeeze. Get those glutes heated up and warmed up. Let's go 1 more. Beautiful. Now sit back on those toes. Reach those arms. If you can interlace, go ahead. If you need a strap, go ahead. Push those arms down the body and open that up. Again, knees not liking it, you're up here. Right? You don't have to be down on those knees. If you can pull the arms away from the tush, go ahead. If you can lift the heart a little, don't throw your head back where you can't breathe. It's delicate on the neckline. It's just in line with everything else. And then slowly let that come out. Come back to your 4-point stance. Paddle out your toes. And then walk your hands what feels too far forward. And we're just going to pull forward into a supported pelvis, neutral spine, kind of a longer plank position, and press back. So now we're just getting a little deeper into the hips, pulling forward. Now we're going to go past that pelvis here, past the neutral, drop the pelvis down a little bit, lift the heart, and then lift up and come back to the back. So we're just getting a little bit more extension, slowly invite it into that spine. Be careful with it. Open it up. Bring it back. 1 more time. Open it up. Press that through and just hang here for a moment. Now, if that's difficult, you're hanging higher. If you're able to drop that belly a bit, go right ahead. Nice big breath. and then pull it all the way back. Find your strong 4-point stance, curl the toes, and let's get a little short plank in there. So short plank 1, big breath, lift an inch, just an inch, shoulders down and away. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you can go down dog or child's pose. You choose it. I'm going up into down dog. I'm grabbing the mat just to stop me from sliding, and I'm just going to paw at my feet. Just pressing that calf down or the heel down, feeling the stretch in the calf, shoulders away from the ears, and then if it feels good, both feet flat, push your shoulders down and stretch deeper into that hamstring, shoulder, and calf line. Difficult, lift the heels, bend the knees. One more big breath, relax your neck, you guys. Should be able to just kind of dangle your neck here. There should be no tension. And then pull yourself forward, and we're in a long stretch or full plank. Instead of being neutral, I'm going to have a slightly supported spine, knees down if need be, and I'm going into my pouncing cat. So I'm going back and forth. Again, knees down is perfectly fine on pouncing cat. Let's go 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Now let's hold that plank nice and long. Shoulders shifting into your back pockets. Make sure your feet are fairly close together. Sits bones are closer. And then all I want you to do is take 1 foot just off the ground. Just 1 foot. And if you're like, no, you don't have to do it. Hold 4, 3. Don't let that hip, you lift it off the ground. Don't let the hip twist. Keep it parallel. And then put that foot back down. Lift the other leg. Again, don't let the pelvis twist. 4, 3, 2. Bring that foot down. Widen your stance on the floor. Walk your hands to your feet. In 4, 3. Bend the knees if you need to on 2 and 1. We're in quite a wide stance. I'm going to slip into a rag doll and let my head look through my legs. If I want to dangle my arms unsupported, I can. I tend to use supported. Couple nice breaths here. Don't look to the floor, look through your legs. Let your head dangle. And then bend those knees and slowly articulate. As you come all the way to tall, everything should feel much, much warmer. We're going to get a little bit of the feet in here and some inner thigh in standing. And then our side leg lift series in standing. So from here, plie, turn out, roller in front. And you don't have to use it. I'm going to use it for balance. I'm going to find my first turn out. Beautiful. So my heels look like they're in and my knees are over my toes, but when I lift the balls of my heel off, I'll go more into a nice 90. So it looks like my heels are too close when I first start, but as soon as I lift them, I'm in a nice 90 position. If you can go a little deeper into 90 once you're feeling warmer, go ahead. And we're just going to lift and lower. Again, really gently holding that roller, or not at all if you don't need to. Watch not sickling the ankles. You can put your hands on your quads, hands on the roller, hands just off to the side holding. Go 2 more. Now hold the heels off and little bobbies, little baby bobbies. You should feel the glute line warming up. If not, kind of take an awareness into it. Quads are yes, they're saying hello too. 4, 3, 2. Let's go all the way, straighten the legs fully, not just half-hearted, straight legs. And lower the heels. Plie, releve, grow tall, straighten those legs, and lower. 2 more. Plie, releve, grow tall, and lower. 1 more time. Down and lift. Maybe you can get a little deeper each time. Reverse, rise up, come down. Now keep the heels lifted. Lower 1, bring it up. Lower the other, bring it up. So we're alternating. We're doing a little bit of unilateral pattern. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both. Lower, lift both. 5, 4. Get a little deeper. 3. Try not to stand up as you lift the heels. 2, 1. Stay lifted. Little bob. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power up. Straight legs. Lower it. Heel, toe, all the way home. Give those legs a little shake out. Lovely. Stand with a little bit of turnout. Don't jam out the knee, slightly soft. The farther away my roller is, the harder. You can choose it. This leg is off to the side. Tendency will be to turn the hip open I need it facing forward. Slight bend to the knee, harder again, reaching, and teeter-totter. So my body's between two panes of glass. I'm not in lateral flexion. I am neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Shift your shoulders down. This elbow's dropping, and I'm going to lift lower. Lift lower. Straight out from your hip socket. My standing leg is bent. If this is tough, we're up here. Exact same position, right? Feeling okay, open. Tendency will be to pike. I need you to extend that leg open and look forward. Now from here, circles. Circles go in front and behind without wiggling your torso. So the torso staying as still as you can. Now go ahead and circle the other way for 4, 3, shoulders down, don't get grippy on that roller, 2, and 1. Now leave it here. I want you to bend this knee in towards you. As you bend, laterally flex and bring your elbow to it. And then reach the leg long to the floor, bend, and laterally flex the other way. So I have a rainbow and a crunch. A rainbow and a crunch. Let's go 5. So you're going up and down. Bend that knee as you go down. 4. 3. Go slow, working the leg that's moving, working the waistline, and working the leg that's standing. Last one. Stay in the crunch. Right up here, and teeter-totter out. Lovely. Set up the other side, little bit of turnout. Leg is reaching. Turn the hip so it's straight out from your socket. Reach or stay close, and teeter-totter. So once I've teeter-tottered, I kind of come out again and reset where I feel I need that hip to be, depending on my turnout and my hip movement pattern, right? Lift lower. Shoulders down and away, body between two planes of glass. So I don't lean as far down on this side as I do on the other side. This hip is not as inviting. If you can get deeper, go ahead without laterally flexing. Not sure if you're laterally flexing. Middle finger ASIS thumb ribs. No movement happening here. It's all hip. Now go circles. Watch as you get tired. You don't start to do this with your shoulders. Creep them away. Elbow tucks down. 4, nice big circles. 3, 2, circle the other way. So this is our side lying leg lift series, but we're just doing it in standing because it works that balance beautifully. 3, 2, 1. Now stay here, bring your roller in a little tighter, and then stand up a bit taller as you bring this leg in, and we laterally flex here, and then we reach long. This toe can touch down. There's a little stability. Rainbow. Watch your rainbow doesn't turn down to the floor. Lateral and up and lateral and up. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the up. And teeter-totter off. Lovely, you guys. Go ahead, put that roller at the very front. Have your weights on either side, should you want to use them. Start at the end of your roller, or end of your mat. Lateral rotation, big squat down. We're going to get a hip stretch right away, you guys, I promise. Right? So we're in a big squat. We're going to roll and then sit back up on our booty. So I'm going to roll and then come right back up. Put that roller behind you, hands on strong, up you go with your booty. Hands behind, we just warmed up those piriformis muscles, as well as a lot of structures through the hip. I'm going to cross one knee over the other. The leg that's crossed, that's the ass cheek I'm rolling towards. The leg that is crossed, that's the side I'm rolling towards. And then I'm going to just bring one hand up on my foot. The other hand stays on the floor. I'm going to open the tissue of that glute. Ooh, and I'm just going to roll around in that butt cheek a little bit. So we work those quite hard. You're getting a 4 stretch here, as well as you're getting that opening into the tissue of your booty. Inhale, exhale. We're going to get a little deeper here. If you tend to get tight close to where all the attachment points are, drop down to your elbow. This leg can uncross. And now you're going to bring that roller higher up, so it's kind of coming across the bottom part of your pelvis, your iliac crest in the posterior portion. And I'm going to roll right over onto the side and a little bit forward, I'm not on my hip flexor. I'm right where a lot of bony protrusion attachments are. And I'm going to roll that back and forth. This can be ugly if you're tight. If you have a little treasure anywhere, by all means hang out there for a little bit and spend a few moments saying hello to your treasure. And then we're just going to come right back up. Set yourself in the center again. Cross your opposite leg. Enjoy this part of the stretch first. I mean, that might be a difficult position just to even get into. Then roll to the one side, remove the hand, and just wiggle into that larger part of the glute. Open that up. Find a couple little inhales, exhales. Try and open that tissue. Working for you, you're going to drop to the elbow. I uncross my leg so I can just open my hip. And now I'm going to go into that full rotation all the way. I'm going right to the front because this is where I've got a fair amount of noise. And I am quite far forward onto the front and then quite far onto the back. My tension for my body is more in the front right here. So maybe I'll stay in the front and play. So figure out where do you feel more tension? Where do you feel like you've got more treasures? Go ahead and find those spots when we're doing any type of rollering and hang out there, right? You just got to kind of listen to where your body needs to go. And then when we're good, we're going to come all the way back up. Reset your foam roller so it's somewhat in the center. Take your heels into the corner of your mat. My sits bones are actually off the back end, and I'm almost sitting kind of on my hamstring point. I'm going to reach those arms, but soften them. And then I'm going to go into my spine twist. Inhale, rotate. This is hard on the knees, bend them. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate a bit more. Look to the backhand. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Don't let your pelvis move or the leg length. Inhale, rotate, sit tall. Inhale, rotate, look to your backhand. Exhale, center, one more time each way. Inhale, 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 exhale, center. Last time, inhale, grow tall. Inhale, inhale, grow really tall. Exhale, center, spine, stretch. Reach the arms, let your head and your shoulders roll forward. Thoracic and cervical. Inhale, lift your arms, but in peripheral. Exhale, go a little deeper. Lumbar spine stays vertical to the earth. I'm looking for a lower back stretch here. Inhale, lift, go a little deeper. Notice how you want to sort of hinge the body forward into hammy stretch. We'll get there. Right now, I want you to imagine I'm pulling on your hips and the lower back is getting stretched out. Take one more breath and now hinge all the way forward into a hamstring stretch. Draw up the balls of the feet. And maybe turn your toes in slightly, your ankles and your hips, and you'll feel a different stretch. Nice big breath here. And then slowly stack that to tall. Now your balls, if they're right here, or your weights might get in the way, so just move them out a little bit farther. And then we're just going to tuck our tailbone. If you don't like this, I need you to just sit down on the floor. I'm going to tuck and I'm going to curl. I'm going to use my elbows and push that roller now. I'm pulling my weights to my hips more. Now the roller's right along the bottom part of the inferior aspect of the shoulder blade, the bottom tip of your shoulder blade. My knees are bent, and I'm going to get that extension going. So I'm going to inhale as I open my chest. My elbows are driving back, but I am supporting my knees. I'm looking behind me for a stretch, and then exhale coming up. Just use this as an opener, more focus on the over the roller than coming up at this point. Let your head be super heavy in your hands. Inhale, exhale. Now leave your chin tucked in, get your feet in close to your booty, lift your bum, and roll that thoracic component. So I'm going really close to cervical, but not on it. And then really close to the end of the ribs, but not quite that far. Just so that I'm not getting onto any tissue that doesn't have any protection, right? This can get ugly fast, so I feel more tension in my left or my right side. I'm going to remove my left hand, wrap it across my chest, and now lean into the side where my arm is holding my head, and just open and try and get that whole scapula. So I'm actually rotating, and I am kind of shifting with my knees and my hips here. From this point, I want you to stay where the roller feels it's in line with just underneath your armpit. Put your hips down. You'll be in a bit of extension. Now we're going to roll that open. So I'm going to go right through to my armpit, but not in it, and then right back. This one can be quite tough. Inhale, exhale. It's kind of like an IT band concept. Now stay right on your side and give me a choo-choo back and forth. The roller will actually go right up this line right here. And you're trying to get into the arm. So you got to hold that arm pretty stiff in order to run. Right there's where I feel some noise. It's just on the backside of my armpit. If you've ever been for a massage and the massage therapist digs him or her thumb right into your armpit, subscapularis. That's one of our rotator cuff muscles. Man, she nasty. So go ahead and just spend a little bit of time getting in there. Oh, that's ugly. And then roll back slightly on your shoulder, but keep nice and strong, and you're still getting into all those little tissue attachments. And then gently bring that back up. Reset yourself. We're going to do the other side. So I'm going to support. My right hand is now going over. My left hand is still on my head. I'm going to go right over and come back. All the way over and come back. So I can move this up or down a little bit depending on where I've got more tension. I like supporting my neck. That's just a me thing. And then I'm going to stay on the side, and now I'm going to run that lateral line. Oh. Inhale, exhale. So you got to stay stiff in that arm in order to get it. And you just sort of groove your body forward and backwards. Play around with where your treasures are, and then see if you can kind of hang out where you feel a bit more tension happening in your body. Wherever that may be. Couple little inhales, exhales, and then press, and let's bring it back to that center position. So here now, hopefully, you can, when you wrap your hands, get a better extension. So as soon as we start opening up the muscles around the rib cage, which tend to be quite restricted for a lot of us, we then can get more movement in that area, which allows us to get a better crunch, and that's where we're going. So we're going to lie it back. If going back here is bothering you, just go to neutral, and then we're going to march a leg in. I'm going to lie it back, march a leg in. Inhale, exhale. Your vision stays forward. Don't roll your eyes into the bottom of the back of your head and throw your head back to the wall behind you. Now, if this feels good, start with your legs in straight position and roll in. Down and up. Still good, bring the leg up straight, and we've turned it into scissor. So I'm going to vary this just a little bit. I've got my hand on my head as I roll back. I'm going to remove one hand and rotate into an oblique on the way up. So it can be bent knee with the reach or leg straight with the reach, and then open. Oblique and open. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Let's go 4. Roll up through thoracic, not just the neck. Last 2. And 1, and then release both legs, open that up. If you can, reach your arms actively, cervical knot, and right here we're reaching for our legs. The legs are straight. We're going to do a roll up. Exhale, leave your roller. Forward fold, lumbar spine vertical to the earth. Wiggle here a little bit, you guys. And then we're going to roll back, find your roller in that same spot. You might need to shift the roller. And then open just as far as you feel comfortable. Inhale, cervical knot, big breath out, exhale, and round. Now, if you're like, okay, I don't think I need the roller, I can do a full roll up. Move the roller out of the way, and down you go. If that roller's assisting you nicely, keep the roller. Inhale, cervical knot, exhale, a little bit tight for me, and I jumped that first one. Wiggle it forward. Let's do 3 more. Choose whatever's working for you guys. Inhale, cervical knot. Exhale. Oh, that lower back for me is super tight. Curl. And then really imprint that back down. So on the way up, I really want you to push that lower back down and squish the air out as you come up. That's going to assist you. Still not working for you. You could take a little rolled up towel underneath the small of your back where your belly button is, and that's going to close the kinetic chain. Sometimes that's a game changer. Exhale and fold, and then stack to tall for me. Roller is optional. We're going to do a set of hundreds. The roller's either going to go between, so I'm going to set it up right now where I have it between my ankles, my medial malleolus, and my knees. So the roller is really right into my face. When I roll down, I'm going to push it away. So from here, I'm going to grab behind my legs. Your roller's in tight. I'm going to roll off my sits bones. As I roll back, I'm going to lift the legs. Stay rounded up. Stay rounded up. Stay with your head into the roller. Take your hands off. Push the roller out of your face a bit. The farther you push it, the harder you're going to make it. So careful. Now, if that's working for you and you want to work harder, lift the edge out and go straight legs. Or keep them bent. Stay rolled up. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 10. We are in a supported pelvis. 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 20. And we're rolled up through thoracic and cervical. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 30. Squeeze that roller between your ankle bones. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale 2, 3. Pull the abs in flat. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 60. Inhale 2, 3. You could put your head down if you need to. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale 2. You're almost there. 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 90. Reach those legs for the bullseye. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 90. Last one, 2, 3. I think I miscounted. Psych. And pull it in. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. Roll it down. I saw everyone put their heads down, so I obviously blew that. Take the roller, put it into the nook of the neck. Whoo, let that head just kind of go from side to side, and then windshield washer those legs. Inhale, exhale for me. Wiggle that from left to right. So if you're feeling a fair amount of tension in the lower back, straighten out one leg. When this leg comes over, go all the way. Now, if I keep my hands on the roller, if I keep the opposite hand, the same hand and leg, the leg that's going over into rotation, wow, nice cueing, Fiona. That hand's going to grab the roller and stay anchored, and this leg's going to come all the way across. And as I anchor the hand, I'm forcing a very strong rotation. May not be doable. See if you can. Couple little inhales, exhales. Try and unclench your bottom butt cheek. Big breath, big breath. And then sweep that leg down along the floor to slowly derotate. You're going to be crooked. Take the time to reset. Hold the roller. Stretch out the one leg, bring up the other. Rotate it open. Try and keep this hand anchored down on that roller. Getting your more rotation through your spine. I'm trying to look towards the opposite direction of the leg that's stretching over. And then massive breaths here, you guys. 2 more. 1 more. And then slowly reach that leg actively long as you bring it back to home. Derotate the neckline. Slip that roller out of the neckline. Slip it between your butt and your heels. If your weights are far away, bring them forward to this side and get your heels in parallel sits bones. Now, if you're a cramper on the hamstrings, I'd suggest not using the roller, or use it for the doubles, but not on the singles. So line your heel up with your sit bone, with your knee, ASIS, to the shoulder. Weights are in place should you decide you want to use them. I'm not on my heel nor the ball of my foot. I'm kind of on my arch. And then I'm going to peel my spine up into bridge, tuck my chin in. I can either come up into neutral if my back's okay with it. Definitely don't thrust up where you feel your knees go out and you see your tummy protrude. Down, pull in, connect, and then peel it down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll it up. Now, if your body's had enough of rolling, I just want you to bridge. So I'm going to go to bridge. I'm going to touch down with the biggest part of my booty, and then exhale, press. Arms are optional, My hips are going to go down, and then I'm going to push my arms to the sky as I push my hips to the sky. Inhale, elbows come down, hips come down, press away. And just feel those glutes and hamstrings starting to get some heat. If this feels difficult, you can always pull the roller in closer to your bum. Go one more and then stay in the up for me. So arms reaching, knees reaching, glutes squeezing. I'm going to laterally open like a butterfly, lower the bum so it basically just touches, and then squeeze my inner thighs at the top. So I'm going internal, external rotation of the hip and socket as I am lowering and lifting through the hips. My spine is staying neutral spine, neutral pelvis, or slightly supported pelvis if you feel your lower back is firing. Right? So that way you just keep it a little bit more connected. Ideally, if we can move it into neutral pelvis, that would be great because that's where we want to exist in functional. Now squeeze those knees together and pulse it up. 5, 4, squeeze, 3, abs engaged, 2, 1. Open the legs, and I'm going to take my hands over my head. Watch you don't pop your ribs here. And then lower the bum as you spiral your arms down. So make railway tracks as your hips come up, the arms go over, and then lower the bum as you snow angel down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Squeeze those butt cheeks. Inhale, lower. Watch that one hip's not going higher than the other. And then hold it here, hold it here, hold it here. I'm reaching those arms, but they're not touching down. Squeeze your butt cheeks on and off. Squeeze, squeeze. They won't really release off. They can't. This is their job. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, snow angel, bring that down. Beautiful, you guys. Stretch out those legs, do whatever you need to do here, a little recovery before we go to singles. Now, if you're a hamstring cramper, you might want to bring your foot to the floor in line with your sits bone. If you're okay, you're going to pull that roller in and you're going to use the roller. I'm going to straighten my leg. I'm going to push that leg out long, and then I'm going to drag it in, and that lines it up with my sit bone. And then this other leg is going into tabletop, so I've lifted. I'm going to set myself, squeeze my glute, and lift it up. Arms are bent. Make sure you're square on your pelvis. I'm going to lower and lift. Lower and lift. Arm joins the party. Down, power up. Down, power up. If you want, you can reach that leg straight to the sky. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Now keep everything reaching to the sky. I could toe tap or I could hip extend. Arms can go in opposition if it's working for you. Let's go. 5. Exhale. So shoulder bridge 3. Last 2, variation of, right? Last 1, holding an ISO, reach that leg parallel to your other thigh, make sure your hips are square, reach the arms beside you, but don't put them down, hold 5, 4, squeeze that butt, 3, 2, 1, release, lovely. Straighten out that leg, give it a little stretch, do whatever you need to do. And then we're going to get that other leg going. So this leg has had a little rest period. That's okay. So I'm going to keep one foot, the one I'm not using, on the roller for a second as I straighten out my other leg. Find your ASIS in line with your knee, in line with your lateral malleol, in line with your between your big toe and second toe. Drag that in. Keep that connected. Make sure you're strong on your roller. Bring up your opposite leg. Supported pelvis or neutral, you choose it. Press it to the sky. Elbows off, forearms off, lower, squeeze. Lower, squeeze. Get that. Once you have that, reach the arms. Still feeling good. My leg can stay straight. And I reach it up. Try not to twist your pelvis here. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull in those abs. 1, stay in the lifted, squeeze those glutes. Back to knee bent, toe tap is your first option. Leg extension is your second option. Third option is you join the arms. Bring them all the way over the head without touching and almost down to your sides without touching. I am totally twisting my roller. definitely a weaker side for me. Let's go 4 more. Notice if you're twisting your roller, probably means you're laterally rotating out that leg a fair amount. Let's go 2 more. Try and get it parallel. Last one. Now hold it long and challenged. Push into your hips to lift your hips higher. So push into your butt to lift your hips higher, which means push into your foot. 5, 4, breathe. 3, push, push, push. 2, 1, release. Stretch that out. Inhale, exhale, give that a little stretch. When you feel good, you're going to grab behind those knees and roll up. Your roller's going to be a little bit in the way, so just move it off to the side. And then just find yourself in a gentle mermaid just to get a little hip opener here. So I'm going to tuck this knee in. If my leg is not enjoying that, I can straighten it. I can still do all these movements with this leg straight, hey? It's perfectly fine. If you're okay, you can bring it down. I'm just going to work through my hip here. If I need to sit up on a block or two to make this happen, go ahead. So I'm just rolling my hips so both sits bones push down, and then I'm opening it. Feels good. This hand is in a position where I could start to lift up. You've got it. When you're ready, we're going to lift. Bring it down, press it up. Bring it down, press it up. Let's go 2 more. Now stay in the up for me. Stay in the up. Look to the backhand, push this hip open, stretch that arm. Really big breath here, you guys. Bring it down, and then we're going to go down to our elbow here. If you have sensitive joints in the elbow, which I tend to get quite sensitive there, I'm going to wrap up my mat. My elbow's a bit farther out than my shoulder initially, and then I'm going to bring my knees so that they are kind of in line with my wrist, and my heels are behind my tush. And that way when I lift up, I can pull my hips forward to be in a straight line. Now if I'm like, no, I can do full plank, I'm going to put that foot out there, and then I'm going to press into it. Maybe I need my back foot down, maybe I can extend it, maybe I can put it on top. And then we're going to hold those rib cages. So from the knees, from the feet, arm is reaching, vision's forward. Imagine my hands underneath your hips and you're lifting them. Now we're going to dip them and lift them. Dip them and lift them. So I'm going to go into that nasty rainbow again. Let's go 4, 3, vision forward, 2, 1, hold here, hold here. This hand's going to go to the floor. You're going to rotate around into a plank, bring this hand behind, and I'm either on my knees or on my elbows, and I'm going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open to the front, close to the floor. My knees can be down. I can open and close, or I can be on my toes, and I can open and close. Let's go 4. Feeling ambitious? This is okay. Full arm is good. Let's go 2 more. Increases your lever length. And 1. Bring everything down. And let's bring it around to the other side for our mermaid. So if you did wrap the mat, kind of find yourself in a good position here. And we're just going to start with that hip opener. So remember, all of those can be done on the elbows and the knees. They can be done on the elbow and the toes, the feet. They can be done on the hand and maybe the knees, or the hand and the feet. The longer the lever, the farther away from the floor you are, the harder the exercise is to stabilize. They're all good. It just changes the dynamics, right? When you're ready, lift. So if I don't give that as an example or an option, but you know it is an option, and you're feeling good, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go up. Go up. If you're like, shit, this is not working for me today, and I don't give the narrow down option, take it down. Go where you need to go, right? We all have different bodies every day. Hold it here. It's kind of alarming sometimes. 5, 4, open it up. 3, 2, 1, and down. So we're going into the elbow. Let's see if I can remember the whole sequence. You know me and my brain sometimes. Double fold if you want to. My elbow is farther in front than my shoulder. Otherwise, if I go up like this and my shoulder's over my elbow, this is really hard on the elbow joint. So I'm going to set myself. My knees are kind of in line with my wrist, not my palm, my wrist. I'm going to take this shoulder, drop it into my back pocket, so I feel that scapula sneak down into my back pocket, and I'm just going to lift, find myself long and straight, and lower. So the first one is just lifting from the knees, right? Just to see, am I happy with where my elbow is? How is this shoulder today? Working for you, that foot can go down, and I can lift to here, and lift to here. Working for me, I'm going to put my hand down briefly and stack my foot. Once I'm stacked, I'm not really going to drop that hip. Well, you can test the waters here. And then let's go ahead and just hold where you felt good. Don't be in rainbow. Be in neutral spine, neutral pelvis, arm up, foot up, abs engaged. It's an option. 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, put the foot down, and let's go into our rainbow. So drop, reach, fall over, drop, reach, 5, 4. So for me, this is a weaker shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Bring that elbow around the corner. Walk over to your toes. Find your plank. Remember, you can be on your knees. 5, 4, holding plank. 3. If you want to go up to your hand right here, go ahead. 2 and 1. So I'm going to open and close, or from the hand, open and close. Open. When you close, if you keep that hand off the floor, that is going to make it more difficult. So if I try and thread the needle without putting my hand down, it's harder. I've widened my legs to help my base of support. And then I'm gently going to bring that nastiness down. Lovely. Rotate onto your bellies for me, guys. Let's relax off the back and relax off the shoulders. So I'm just going to fold my hands into each other, put my forehead to my hands, relax my shoulders, and I'm going to give you little wiggles here. I'm just wiggling my tailbone from left to right, my hips, my pelvis, everything is swaying. I'm going to go into my floppies. Bend your knees to your heels, come into your tush. Give me a gentle lateral rotation. Reach the legs away, but not actively. Quite lazy. I'm feeling that my feet are in the equal points on the sides of my mat from left to right. My hands come into my side. Let your belly go. Let your booty go. Push that marble. Come into your lazy, floppy Mackenzie. No engagement. Feel the extension. Move the neckline. Watch you're still not too up with the shoulders. That'll just aggravate the neck. And then lengthen it down. So if it's like, okay, that felt good, and you want to come a bit higher, bring your hands a little closer back. So all I did was inchworm, kind of like a knuckle. And then up we go. So you don't have to bring your hands very far back. Now I noticed I started to clench my butt cheeks. I'm going to try and relax out of that. And then bring it down. And we're going to use the roller as an option. If you've got shoulder stuff going on, don't use the roller. Keep your hands on the ground. My roller causes me to bring my hands farther above my head. The moment that happens, there's more stress into the neckline and the shoulder girdle. And if you have any issues in the shoulders, it's not going to be happy there. Hands here is perfectly doable, right? So it is close to my elbow joint that's on the roller. My head is just flirting with the roller. I think I need to bring this microphone closer. And then I'm going to pull. My pinkies are facing down, my thumbs are facing up. And I'm just going to start this little scapular movement. Now, if I wasn't using the roller, I would just do this. It's still that scapular awareness of pulling down into my back pockets, and your body just starts to come up. As soon as you feel good, lengthen into your swan, shoulders down, and lengthen out. So I am engaging the abs. Just keep moving here. I am engaging the abs, but not so drastic and so strong that I turn this into a push-up and my abs are like shaking. I want more awareness into the concept of the back finding extension here. Yeah, fur baby playing today. So we're going to do glider 1. Glide up, look one direction. Nice big breath. and bring it down. Remember, you don't have to use that roller, you guys. Glide it up, look the other direction, nice big inhale. Bring it down, we're gonna do our glider 2. Glide it up, look the opposite direction of the heel lift. Reach it long. And other side, glide it up, nice big breath. And we're gonna do a dive and catch. If you're like, no, we're not, you're just gonna come up and hold your swan. Otherwise, get it nice and strong, lengthen up, keep this open position. Actively reach your legs. As I start to come down, I don't do it slowly, it's momentum. As I come down, I squeeze the glute and the hamstring, and it presses up behind me. For 4, don't drop your head. 3, head stays long. 2, 1, hold in the up. Lengthen it down. Beautiful, you guys. Push back into your child's pose. Keep your rollers somewhat close to you. Now, if you go to the child's pose and you feel good just coming right up, go ahead. Take a few little recovery breaths. And we're just going to get a little opener by lying on the roller. So look at your roller first of all and make sure it's straight, because some of those movements will cause it to go a little bit bowed. So straighten that baby out. If you have weights, sometimes the weight's glued at the end. Stop it from shifting. And then I'm just going to bring myself up. Bring myself to the very bitter end, and I'm just going to roll my spine down. Now, I tend to lie down with a very large arch. I'm exaggerating here, but you see this big gap between my rib and my pelvis? I want to lift, peel it down, but then let that belly button, rib cage, right underneath the belly button have a little bit of space. Now, if I want a bit more resistance for my chest opener, I'll grab my set of weights. If not, don't use them. Feet are parallel sits bones. Try not to have them way out here. And let's just do some snow angels. Snow angels are just about the chest stretch today. So I just want you to go nice and slow. So I'm going to bring it up. Go as far back as you can without popping that rib cage. So if I can go right above the head and rest my hands down, I will. I'll stay there for a moment and then open up a little farther. Stay here. Come down a little farther. Stay here. And then bring it all the way down. Do one more going nice and slow. Stay. Feel the chest opener. Move a little more with the elbows, bend your elbows. Move a little bit more, get that chest open. Bring it all the way down, and we're going to reverse. Open, and then connect into those arms as you railway track down. So snow angel up, railway track down. Snow angel up. Leave the balls down, but out to the sides, if you've got weights. I'm going to grab one side of my roller. I have to be far enough down that this hand, I'll do this hand first, it can grab for a strong hold. I'm going to widen my legs, quite wide. This is about my base of support. And then I'm lying long, I'm holding. Instead of turning my head, I'm going to move my upper thoracic slightly off so it almost feels like this arm, the free arm, that shoulder blade is a little more off. Right, so you could do a really nice sternum drop here or shoulder blade movement. But what I'm going to do is take my head just off the side of the roller. Whew. And then I'm going to turn my chin slightly and just feel that stretch. So for me, what I like to do is then with wide legs so I don't fall off, I pull my weight more towards the side of the hand that's anchored down, and I just feel a massive neckline stretch. Nice big breath. If I didn't have my leg here wide, I'd fall off the side of the roller. So nice and strong. Slowly bring it back up. It's a huge stretch for the neck, so I'm going to use my hand to bring my head back up. Other hand's going to grab low. I'm going to shift my shoulder blades slightly off so that this one arm has a fair amount of free mobilization. From there, I'm going to use my hand to assist my head to just lie off the edge of the roller. I just got a loud neck crack. And then I'm going to press into the opposite side, stretching out that neckline. Couple inhales, exhales. If you pull your fingers around the bottom of your roller, it pulls the shoulder away from your ear and it gives you more stretch. Play with it. Slowly come out. Use that hand to lift you back on. Bring your feet in tight. Reset your tailbone on there. And now I'm just going to get those scapular rows. So I'm going to reach the arms and then roll them. So I feel my scapula on either side of the roller just moving. And then the other direction. So this is less of the snow angel and more of the shoulder blades getting those circles. Then reach one arm off to the side, sink off, move that roller out of the way. Knee fold one leg, knee fold the other. Transition up. Swing those legs around. We're going to get a little down dog here, you guys. I have the most crooked mat today. Evidently that's speaking volumes for my body. Come into your down dog. You should be able to get much more movement in that shoulder range now from everything we did. Let your head dangle. Don't hold it restricted. And then paddle out the legs if it feels good. Still gentle connection in the abs. Walk your hands to your feet. You can bend those knees, guys. 4, 3, don't look at your hands. Look through your legs. Let your head dangle. 2 and 1, we're all the way in. I've widened my legs to the distance of my mat. I'm going to ragdoll supported. You can ragdoll unsupported if it feels good. Look through your legs so your neck is just totally inverted. And then bend those knees. Soften as you roll up. Whoo, roll those shoulders. This movement hopefully will feel more free today. Big inhales, you lift to come up. Exhale, hands down center. Heart.